Obviously, what's the mood in the camp after Sunday?
Resilient, Alan. Very resilient. Very disappointed, but resilient in the same vein. Obviously, the result wasn't what we wanted. However, we need to face up to it, and we need to move on.
Would failing to qualify for the Champions League have any implications for the programme, Malky?
No, no, not at all.
No.
I think we know that at Rangers Football Club, there's standards that's demanded. Sure, we want to play at the highest level we can. We want to get into the Champions League, but it'll be a process. The result, as I said, wasn't good. Wasn't what we wanted. However, we move on from it. We've got to show a bit of steeliness, a bit of resilience, and absolutely looking at how and why we never managed to get the points against obviously Glasgow City and Celtic.
Was failing to defend the set pieces on Sunday the biggest disappointment for you?
Yeah, I think if we're looking at positives, and certainly I'm not going to hide from the fact that the results and where we are just now isn't where we want to be. However, if we look at the process and the methods that we use, I think the girls showed great passion, great resilience. They play some really good football, but just as you said, and you're quite rightly so in what you're saying, that if we don't take our chances, putting the ball in the back of the net, and if we don't defend the set pieces properly, given the fact that Jenna Fife has made 2 fantastic saves prior to each goal, and we speak a lot about dealing with we probably should have more of a kind of when Jenna makes the first save, it's a fantastic save. It's another line of defence and it's a positive. Whereas I think we probably looked at that as it piled on a bit of pressure, and we shouldn't have done that. We should have embraced it and we should have defended. But what's been good about it, Alan, is that we have faced up to it as a staff and we faced up to it as a group of players and identified where we could have done better, where we should have done better, and how and what we're going to do to make sure that doesn't happen in the future or it doesn't become a habit.
Yeah, and just finally for me, obviously having Kirsty Howard out, your main goal scorer, has that been a factor in the results against Glasgow City and Celtic?
Yeah, definitely, Alan. I think, and we're not looking for excuses, no way, because the girls that are in the squad that are fit just now are good enough and capable enough to get results. That's first and foremost saying that. But having the loss of not just Howard, but having the loss of Vance, having the loss of Bell, definitely impacts on the selection process that I need to make for certain games. So yeah, I think that contribution there would have helped us if we had those players. However, it doesn't detract from the fact that that we are where we are. It's Rangers Football Club, and that we definitely we want to be playing in Europe. That's for sure. And in saying that, let's hope that maybe there's a wee twist at the end. Given the fact that I think Celtic have got to go and play Hibs, so who knows what'll unfold from that.
We've spoke a lot about mentality and being able to handle playing, not so much the pressures, but just playing for Rangers in general. The 3 Old Firm games have not been the results that we wanted at all, but have those 3 games allowed you to see who maybe can come on the journey in the future with you, or is it too early to tell?
I think if you look at the performance levels there, it's cutting edge. It's 2 ends of the park we're talking about. It's two set pieces that we lost against Celtic just previously there. Penalty kick we lose in the last minute of the game when we played Celtic again, here, and then obviously the defensive error at Parkhead. But in those games that we played, those 3 games that we play against Celtic, and I'm not hiding for the fact that it's results based, 100% it's results based, and we need the 3 points, and that's why we're at Rangers Football Club, that's why we're here. But if we don't take our chances, and if we look at the game just previous there, where we've got, I think, about 3 clear-cut chances in the first half. We must convert those chances in order to then go and get that platform to go and use that domination that we've had in the game. We had 60% of possession in that game there. We had countless final third entries and dictated the play. The pleasing bit for me is that we controlled the game. However, Celtic sat in, they defended really well. We never took our chances, and they played to their strengths and they got the result that they wanted.
When it comes to the games against Celtic this season, we spoke about mental block before, and that's obviously something you didn't feel was the case before this game, and still may feel that way. Do you think there is possibly something psychological with it? Because
no, not at all. There's no way. Those girls there have got their first year professional playing with a big club. The processes that we go through and the way we plan and prepare for games, as I said before, you don't have the God-given right to win any game, no matter how good your preparation is. You have to basically, it comes down to two things. It comes down to we must take our chances. We must finish those chances that we've created. And certainly in other games we've managed to do that. We've managed to get the goal. If we look at the Spartans game, we look at the Hibs game, we score early, we take that chance. Unfortunately we don't take our chance against Celtic, and the rest is history. The rest is what we see here, But there's certainly no mental block with the girls. The girls are resilient. Every one of those girls I'm extremely proud of the way they've handled, being a starter or being a finisher, and everything that's went about this season. And again, it's still not finished yet. Still ain't finished. Was the extra frustration when you saw the Glasgow City result? Did that add extra frustration and maybe potentially extra lessons moving forward, because that'll be something that won't want to happen again? No, we don't have a frustration. We have an absolute resilient attitude in terms of what we're about and how we go about things. We can't control what happens out with our own game. The things that we need to control is that we defend a lot better than we have defended, and that we finish chances that we create. Because if we look at the chances and the lead up to the chances, the play is fantastic. Some of the bits of play that we have are really testament to the girls' attitude and application that they've put into in training. And it's cutting edge. It's that fine margin of put the ball in the net. And the one thing about it is it's experience, and the experience that the girls will have gained from this season will go into next season. And we'll that's why we're at a big club. That's why we embrace the challenge to play here and win things for this club, for Glasgow Rangers. Brogan came off with a slight knock. We couldn't tell if it was ankle or hamstring at first, to be honest, because the weather was coming down that heavy. But how's she feeling? Is she okay? Brogan's fine. Yep, she's an explosive player. She plays. She plays at 100 mile an hour when she gets going. Her top speed's unbelievable when she motors. So she's like a finely tuned athlete, and that's what happens. Sometimes she understands her body now. So she felt her calf going, and she just like the rest of the girls there just now. Carla Girasoli being the other one as well, who we will not take a risk on any player, simply because that they're new to the game, they're new to the professional environment, and we'll not be putting anybody under any stress, duress to battle through any possible injury that might keep them out for long term. We've just spoke about the three players that have had some injuries. Howitt's done her cruciate, Demi Vance has done her cruciate, and Megan Bell's had a stress fracture. So all those lessons that we learn, and we've got a fantastic medical team here, they're on top of every single bit of it. But that's why we've got the squad. So if a Carla Girasoli can't play or a Megan Bell can't play, then we have capable athletes in there that are ready to step in. Was that the thinking behind Carly not playing on Sunday? You didn't want to take the risk of a slight knock from? No, she was injured, Graham. She had an injury in the Hibs game there, where her hamstring. So if we had to subject her to playing right off the bat in a game such as Celtic, then the risk of injury was too great for us. We've got to go with the medical staff and with the coaching staff as well to ensure that she's not going to further injure that and potentially put herself out to the end of the season, because we speak big about we'll need to use the whole squad for the games that are coming up. So none more so than we play Forth, then we play Motherwell, then we've got Glasgow City to play. So there's still three important games to play, and we'll be going about it at Rangers. It's professional, and that's the way we go about it.